The difference between being seen and being positioned. Why visibility doesn't equal value. Welcome to today's learning webinar today. My name is Amina, your host here, also the person that put together this program for you guys. I can't wait to share with a little bit of what I've learned over 25 years of being in the online space as an entrepreneur and a brand starter. So I'll tell you a little bit about me here as we get started, as we learn what I've got to tell you today. I am not new to building brands. I have built tons of startups. I have built, scaled, and exited online businesses by understanding a core truth. Attention without a strategy does not create wealth. It does not create success. It doesn't create anything but just drain you. Okay. So, to make this work, you have to learn positioning. You have to learn how brands earn trust, convert attention, and scale without burnout or chasing trends. Everything you learn here today comes from real execution, not theory. Okay. We're not theorizing. We are building from a real life patterns and the real systems that I use myself. So I didn't build any type of brands to go viral. I built them by understanding positioning, building systems, and understanding buyer psychology. This is across multiple ventures in all different industries, but the pattern has always stayed the same. I have noticed that the brands that can clearly communicate actually win, and they don't need a massive audience to do that. I have created this framework to help business owners and personal brands to stop guessing, stop chasing visibility, and start building a long term leverage. Okay. So, this is the illusion of visibility. Okay. Being seen feels like progress. Okay. That's just like anybody doing any action. Like if you're going to, um, you know, make your content calendar. It feels like you're progressing. It feels like you're getting ahead. If you send out 100 emails in the week, you feel like you're actually getting ahead. But no, you're just seeking visibility. That's not actually, something that you're going to scale your business on. The only thing that's going to scale your business is by selling, right? Is by, gaining credibility in the marketplace to reach the audience that's actually going to buy what you're selling. Okay, so modern platforms only reward views, likes, reach, and engagement. Because remember, they are making the money off of your content, off of you constantly showing up, off of you constantly putting out new information, new things that benefit them and their advertisers. This creates the illusion of momentum, but visibility answers only one question. Are people looking at you, right? Are they looking at you? We don't answer like are they buying? Are they our clients? Okay, that doesn't answer why are they caring? Like they're not we're not answering what are you representing or what you're worth, right? Those are totally different questions. So, what being seen actually produces? It is noise without leverage. Being seen often leads to inconsistent income, price resistance. Like they're like, well, why is it so much? Why is it so expensive? I can get this at XYZ for cheaper, right? Audience confusion, like who's this for? Is this for me? You know, uh, it also gives you constant content pressure. You're constantly trying to, answer these questions with more content, putting out more, trying to prove yourself, being a pick me, as they say in the dating world, right? We don't want to be a pick me. We want to be the attraction marketer, right? We want to attract the people to come toward us. Well, this is exactly that, right? So we need visibility, but we need it through the right positioning. Okay. We don't need positioning that attracts everyone. We don't need visibility that converts only a few people. We don't need visibility that retains like a non consistent buyer. We want to become a recognizable brand. Okay. We don't need to become unnecessary in the marketplace. We need to have credibility. So, what positioning really is? Positioning is context, not content. Okay, context. Let's say it together, context, not content. Positioning answers who you are for, why you are different, where are you sitting in the marketplace, and this positioning creates clarity, authority, perceived evidentability, and people don't just see you, they understand you. They understand who you're for, what your beliefs are, what your mottos are, what they're going to find coming to you. And that's important. So, seen versus being positioned, the real difference. Being seen only gets you attention, right? It's only valuable on the algorithm and it's performance based. It's like entertainment, right? It's performance. You constantly have to be putting out. Being positioned is trust driven, it's context based, and it's value based. You showing up in a certain way at a certain time in a certain framework. Wouldn't that build a better trust than just throwing out random stuff that's not made particularly for a particular like demographic, it's for a particular person? Well, of course. So seen brands compete in volume. Okay. They're constantly chasing trends. They're constantly getting the latest and greatest like movie star or superstar because they're not positioned in the way to they didn't build the steady foundation to stand on. Positioned brands compete on meaning, what they stand for, who they're for. So here's an example. This is a premium brand, Rolex watch company, worldwide known for an upper luxury watch. Not the most luxurious, but definitely known in the luxury space as affordable luxury. So Rolex does not try to be everywhere. They control their availability on what type of watches they sell and how many, right? They maintain consistent narrative. Like who are they for, right? They're for the people that want a better watch that looks better, that functions. They never explain their value. They don't like have to prove their value. Like, why is it a $25,000 watch? Well, it's because you're buying a premium brand. That's why. Well, how are they knowing it's a premium brand? Through your context, not your content, through what you put out there, not in volume. So as a result, they build visibility that reinforces their positioning in the marketplace. Their positioning sustains the pricing that they're telling you that it's worth, and the ownership stays intact because they control it. They're not seen; they are understood. Okay, they don't have to constantly post. They have plenty of people that talk about them, all online, offline, in person. Remember, everything that I'm teaching you guys here works online just as much as it works offline. We're just using online as the framework to actually drill this in because this is where I see brands, even big brands, make a mistake on what they do online. So we're fixing that here. And so why most brands never position? Positioning requires restraint. You gotta restrain yourself, right? So most people avoid positioning because it requires saying no, right? Saying no to the wrong thing for your brand, narrowing your audience instead of saying, "Oh, I'm going to go wide. I can do everything for everyone." They're like, "No, pull that back. I'm only going to serve these people in this context." They're resisting trends, right? You can't just jump on trends. You got to resist the trends. You got to be there building the content for longevity and tolerating less attention for the short term. Remember, building a steady foundation takes time. It takes time and seeing the vision long term enough to actually start seeing the results. But positioning trades less visibility for more leverage. Okay, so you're not getting more seen as you're building. People won't see it until it's built, until you actually built a decent foundation. Then they're like, wow, like look at like a house being built. At first it just looks like just stuff, right? Until you start seeing the vision, what the architect has put together, then you're like, wow, that's looking amazing, right? Same thing with brands. So you have to choose attention. You have to, narrow down who you're talking to. The fewer the better. And when it comes to brand. And when I don't mean fewer clients, I don't mean fewer, people buying your thing. I mean fewer uh attention, like not trying to speak to everyone, okay? Visibility is optionable, positioning is not. Okay. So you don't have to constantly put out content. They all get a different amounts of views, anyways. Why put out 10? And, because maybe one will take off and go viral. But then most of the viral stuff, if you've ever gotten anything viral like I have, most of the viral stuff that's viral, I wish it did go viral because now I'm getting flooded with people that aren't even my clients, that not even my people that I want to be talking to. So visibility is optional. Positioning is not. So stick to your positioning. If your brand attracts the wrong people, struggles to convert, feels misaligned, the problem is not reach, but it's your positioning. And this can be changed at any time. You can rebuild your foundation at any time. Okay. So, a little bit about me and how this system was built. Well, it's been built over 2 decades of working in the online industry and building brands from startup phase to multi-million dollar brands that are recognized. I've worked with multiple brands, helped over 2,500 brands clarify, position, and scale, reaching millions of people worldwide and generating seven-figure brand revenue. Okay, and this is just how it all started. So basically, in 2000, I started learning on the online systems. Grew up in a really small town, but I had internet and I had a computer, and I taught myself everything I've learned in those beginning years through getting books from the library, through buying books with any type of money I've had. Most of it was buying books because back then the library didn't even have like the latest trends. Technology always changes, just like algorithms. That's why it's so important to build a foundation. So in 2008, after many trial and error and learning a lot, finally understand why some brands that I built worked and some didn't. Finally selling one of my brands that was One Wed and a multi-million dollar business deal with my partner, and then continuing to learn how to build brands and build reputation in the industry. In 2018, I decided to finally launch through social media a whole new direction, without inherited audience, with zero leverage. At that time, I was already way retired. I built an empire in real estate investing, in hundreds of different properties, and decided, you know what, I'm going to go fully back online and try out the social media stuff and really figure out these new systems and platforms and how they're built. And so I've invested in coaching and frameworks and tested a lot. And I got to understand, basically the framework all over again. And then from there, I helped other brands, build and clarify theirs at scale. And now I have multiple brands all across social media under my name, under different names. You can look me up: Amina K. Thornton, Amina Thornton, Amina Art, Amina Media, Amina Travel, Amina Luxury, Amina Podcast. I've got, I think, about 32 different brands now, all pretty much in the luxury space, in the mindset space, and in the brand building space. So again, it all starts with building that foundation. Okay, so your next step, if you're ready to move from being seen to being strategically positioned, here's your next step. This is where you can apply. Just go ahead and, put your phone up and get that QR code, and it'll get you right into the form where you can apply for this framework and, see if it's the right fit for you. Or you can just type in the site that's there. And that is it for today's webinar course that I have put together for you. Hopefully, you guys got some insights and learned something. Go ahead and like this video, follow if you want to see more of these, and definitely, go back and rewatch it if you have to. Take notes, you know. This is a lot of information here that's going to get you really clear on your direction and building your foundation. But definitely, you know, go ahead and fill out that application and see if this is the right you know, step for you and where you're at right now. And I look forward to seeing you succeed in your business or hearing about that. Go ahead and drop a comment. You know, let me know how this is working out for you. And I look forward to hearing about your successes and in your endeavors. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Amina. Take care, and I'll hopefully see you on another video. Take care.